Hello and welcome to Polyglot Principles. My name is Modja and this is the channel where I help ambitious language learners go from intermediate to advanced in their target language by giving them a very deep and detailed understanding of the principles of language learning. So in this video, this video is part of my One for the Road series. And my One for the Road series is a couple of videos that I make which are specifically designed to give you one idea for the road, one idea to think about for the day. And that idea, if you really understand it and think about it, will help you to make further progress in your language learning journey. So let's dig into, and I make these videos every Tuesday, from Tuesday to Sunday. I publish my One for the Road videos, short videos where I give you one key idea. And then on Monday I do an in-depth video where I go into greater detail about some aspect of language learning. So let's jump into today's video. And today really the idea I want to transmit to you is that it's one approach to learning grammar is to learning vocabulary is to acquire vocabulary based on utility. So there are many ways you can learn vocabulary. One way to do it is to have a long vocabulary list, and I used to do that. You have a long list of the most frequently used words and you try to memorize everything on that list. Of course, this is an approach that you can do. I mean, for many people, this is a boring activity, very demoralizing maybe activity, and sometimes you might not even see the results depending on what kind of words you're learning. So, well, do you need to do it this way? Do you need to have a vocabulary list that you're memorizing? No, you don't. There are other ways to acquire vocabulary. How do I know that? Because I have used them myself. A really powerful way to acquire vocabulary is to acquire vocabulary based on utility. What do I mean by utility? I mean, rather than learn a list of words, why not learn the words that you need when they come up? So, for example, if I'm talking to you right now, and I want to talk about a house, but I don't know the word house. I'm like, that thing. So it means house is a word that I don't know. So I can ask my conversation partner or look it up. What does this word mean? And then I learn, oh, it means the word. Well, let's get more specific. Let's say I'm trying to learn Spanish, and I'm speaking, and then I don't know how to say house in Spanish, and I struggle, que, and then finally because I don't know, I look it up. I look up the word casa. Because I've had to struggle, it's because it's a word that I needed, I'm going to automatically learn what the word casa means. And after maybe needing it 2 or 3 times, it will automatically stick. So this is another powerful way of learning vocabulary. Just, for example, just have conversations with people, and then when you get stuck and you don't know a word, you can ask them, hey, what's the word for this? And they'll tell you. And in this way, you'll only be learning vocabulary that's useful to you. See, because not all vocabulary is useful. You can also learn pretty much useless vocabulary. For example, in English, there's a certain word called bamboozle. I mean, how many times have you heard people use the word bamboozle? You could probably go a year without hearing that word, bamboozle. So in terms of utility, the usefulness of a word is determined by how frequently it's used. A word like bamboozle is almost useless, right? Because nobody really uses such a word. So it would not make sense for you to be learning such a word. It's better to learn words that you use often. If you're an engineer, there'll be words that you use often in engineering, whatever your field is. And how do you know what the right words are to learn? It's simple. Just start using the language, and the right words, the important words will come up. Either you'll know them or you won't. If there's an important word that you're trying to communicate and you're failing to communicate because of a particular word, that tells you, oh, this is important. Now you look it up. And you don't have to spend time memorizing it, because if it's really useful, it will show up again and again. And maybe after you see it 3 or 4 times, if it comes up 3 or 4 times in your conversation, it will automatically stick. At the moment, I know thousands of words in many languages, like German, which is the language I'm learning. And I mean, at some point I had lists and then I stopped that, but my vocabulary continued to grow because I was learning vocabulary based on utility. So, and if you think back to your own childhood, when you were a kid, you probably noticed that in your own, whatever your mother tongue is, you know a lot of words, but you never probably consciously stopped to learn vocabulary consciously, like writing down words and memorizing. You probably didn't do that. Most kids who are 6-year-old don't do that, but they have a lot of vocabulary. How do they learn it? Just based on utility. If the word is useful, you will learn it. And useless words will not really be learned. So this is no need to worry so much about acquiring vocabulary. It's very automatic process, right? And so that's one idea for the road. One idea for the road today, which is acquire vocabulary based on utility. Now, this is just my one for the road video, but I have made another video where I go into detail about this idea of learning vocabulary based on utility and other principles of language learning. So if you want to really understand this idea that I've just mentioned, learning vocabulary based on utility, and you want to learn the principles of language learning, then just go to the description of this video and click on a link to a video which I call How to Quickly Learn a Language from Scratch. If you click on that video, then you'll get a deeper understanding of the idea I've just shared with you today. As I mentioned before, I make these videos every Tuesday to Sunday. This one for the road videos and one in-depth video on Monday, where I go into greater detail in some area of the language learning process. And I teach you about language learning. The reason I teach about language learning and how to get from intermediate to advanced is because I've achieved it myself multiple times. I now speak 4 languages at an advanced level. And I speak 8 languages in general, but 4 at an advanced level. That's like B2 and above, B2 C1 level, or other languages just native level. So I know what I'm talking about, and if you want to receive these videos from me, be sure to like this video, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell notification, ding ding ding. That way you'll be notified whenever I publish another video. Now my goal is to have 3,000 plus subscribers on this channel by August 1st of next year, 2021. So if you have any idea how I can do it, or if there's anything you can do to help me grow this community, hey, please don't hesitate to let me know about it. Please send me an email. My email is polyglotprinciples@gmail.com. The email is also in the description of this video. Otherwise, thank you very much for watching and hope to catch you on the next video. Bye.